Hey all, hope you're doing great. This is Happy. Welcome back to the new coding recipe. In this video, I'm going to share about selecting or picking an item from a list, something like this. So let's dive in. As you can see here, I have my list. This is array of objects. In each object, I have an ID and data. So what I'm doing, I'm passing this list to my list component. So let me come to my app component, which is the root, and I'm passing the list data. In the pink braces, the list is the data, array of objects. And at here, the green list, the green colored list, it is the prop that I am passing to my list comp. So let me go to my list comp. Here, what I'm doing, I'm receiving the props. I'm directly destructuring. Instead of just mentioning props and in the next line having props.list, I'm just destructuring so that I can use the list directly. If you go to my output, as you can see, I have my props and this is the list that I'm getting. So let me go back to the code. So I'm using a use state here, which is a React hook. So if you want to understand the use state concept, I made a video. I put it in the description. Please check it out. And now I have my selected index and set selected index. As per use state, the selected index is what? The initialized value, which is 0, and set selected index is what? It is a function to change the value of my selected index. Simple. Now I am coming to this return part of this particular list comp. So in the div, I am mapping the list. This is an array, right? So what I'm doing, I'm mapping. So as we know, map always gives us a new reference of array as a return, and also it takes two parameters. One is the item and the second one is the index. Item in the sense each element in the array. If there are 100 elements, then 0th element, first element, second element, in that sense it is each item. And IDX is also same, it starts from 0. So now what I'm doing, I'm returning a style item, and this is a style component. If you want to understand some basics of style component, I already made a video, you can check that out. So at here, this is my basic styling, and also I added hover effect to my each item. And at this level, how I'm getting my color, I'm getting my color as a prop from this style item call. So I am deciding color based on a condition which is IDX and selected index. As you can see, I initialized my value of selected index with 0. So this loop starts running and it considers 0 first because it starts with 0, right? So 0 is equals to selected index, which is 0, true. That's the reason why it considers what? Green color, which is 1BB953. And in the next iteration, IDX is 1, and 1 is equals to selected index. No, selected index is 0. So what it gonna take? The other one, which is white, FFF. So for the 0th element, it takes the green color 1BB953, and for the rest of the things it gonna take the color white. So this is the thing. So if I initialize my use state with 3, so what will happen? As per the user, the fourth one will be green color and the rest of the things will be in white color. So let me go to my output. See here, my fourth one, but actually for me it is the third index wala, but as per the user it is the fourth one. That's the reason why I'm seeing a state of 3 here. So this is my list rendering based on the color. So now I wrote a on-click synthetic event to my style item. So whenever I click the item, this on-click will be triggered, and this is the React events and handling function. So I already made a video on this, you can check that out. So what I'm doing, when a user is clicked on that particular item, specific item, I'm going to call a handle on click, which is a function. And instead of just normally calling, what I am doing, I am passing the index of that particular clicked item. So if I click on the veg curries thing, so I am passing the third index to my handle on click function. And now at here, I'm changing my selected index value to the clicked index. So let me come here. So as of now, what my state is 3. This is what it initialized, right? So if I click on any element, so this handle on click will be called with the parameter idx with respect to that clicked element, and at here I am changing the state value, which is the selected index. So let me click on this ice creams. So this could be the index of what? 10. So if I click on this, the 10th index is being triggered at this on click, and now I passed to my handle on click and I received here, and I changed my selected index to what? 10. So this is just the initialized one, which is 3, something like a constructor where it just initialize, but the rest of the times it's not coming to 3 until and unless I click the third index all over again. So now the set selected index is changing the selected index value to what? 10. That's the reason why I'm seeing my state 10. So if I click on non-veg curries, I'm gonna get state 2 because this synthetic event on click is being triggered and handle on click called with that index what I clicked, and it received it here and it changed the selected index, and that's the reason why I'm gonna see green color to this particular thing. But you might get this doubt, I just clicked, but how it's coming to green? So this loop already, ran, and that's the reason why I'm able to see. But the thing is, React will re-render based on a state change or a prop change on any reference change. So this is a state, right? So if there is a state change, React will render this whole loop all over again. So that's the reason why selected index will be holding some value. As of now, what it's holding 2. Then this whole thing will be re-rendered and this condition will be executed again. So at 0th element, at 0th index, the selected index triple equals to our state value 2. No, then it gives white color, and idx for the next iteration it is 1 triple equals to 2. No, for the next iteration 2 triple equals to true. Yes, so it takes green, and for the rest of the things again it gives what? My white color. So let me show you a small React lifecycle method. At here I'm using hook because this is my functional component, use effect, and what I am doing, I'm just consoling what I am rendering. So this thing will be rendered only if there is a change in my selected index, right? So it runs for the first time as the initialization part. It runs for the first time because selected index is also getting some value as an initialization part or a constructor part. You can consider I am rendering for the first time. So if you go to my output and I am on my console, so let me refresh this. So my state value is what? It is initialized with 3 and this whole thing is rendered. So this is a life cycle method of React. Use effect in the hooks part. So I see what I am rendering for the first time because it rendered. So now if I change to Sizzlers, what it will do? It will trigger this part and it will come to here and it will change the state. So if the state is changed, the React should be re-rendered. Then you're gonna see this console I am rendering all over again because the state is changed. This whole thing is gonna re-render. This whole loop is gonna run again, and then only you can get this comparison and you can get the color with respect to the condition. So now I am clicking on my Sizzlers. So what I am doing, I'm getting the 6th index at what? 41. See, 41. And I saw I am rendering all over again because this whole thing is re-rendered. So if I click on veg dry, I got the first index. I am seeing I am rendering again because the whole loop ran one more time. So only because of that this condition is being executing properly. If this loop is not running, even though I change my selected index, this condition is not being applied. So what's the point of having a ternary operator? So the thing is, whenever a state is changed, my React component is re-rendering this return part, and in this return I have my loop. So this whole loop is being executed all over again, and this particular condition is also checked for each and every iteration, and because of that I'm getting some color. So as you can see, if I refresh, by default my use state is 3. So as per the user it is 4, for me it is 3, right? So if I click on Chinese food, this is the 7th one index. If I click on this, I'm rendering again non-veg. I'm click on Choco Blast. I'm rendering again. I'm getting the 11th index. But as per the users, it's the 12th one. So I'm getting index. But do we need an index? No, right? We don't need index of that, but we need the particular object's thing. It could be a name of that particular object, or it could be ID of that particular object. So in the sense, name in the sense the data. If I use the wrong word, a name, I'm sorry. I'm telling the data, or it could be a label, okay, and then it have some ID. So in that way, I'm comparing. So with index, I can't do anything because this might be coming from a API. And what will I do with the index? So there might be a change with the index with respect to that API. So we should not believe on the index of array, but should be believing on the object's respective ID. So based on the use case, we might use index, but if we have ID, so better go with ID of that particular object. It will be a kind of single source of truth. So we are not playing with just index, but we are playing with the accurate, specific, targeted object. Yeah. So what I'm doing here, I'm getting index, right? Obviously, I'm getting in the sense I'm just passing the index. Instead of that, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the items ID. So what I'll do, idx comma item dot ID. So I already have my item in this scope. So I'm taking that item, and in that item I have my ID and data. At here I'm, for the sake of printing my data, I'm doing item dot data. At here I want to target the right object's ID. So I'm passing item dot ID to my handle on click. So I'm gonna receive that particular ID. This ID is what? The object's ID. So if you console this index comma ID, and I'm gonna comment this use effect thing, which is the lifecycle method of my React. So I'm gonna comment this. So if you can see, deserts is 8 and 9. So 8 is my index, and as per the user, this is the 9th one. So I started my IDs with 1. So 9 is what? The object's ID. 8 is the loop's iterating index, or else the items index as per the map loop. Okay, clear? So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna consider my object's ID. At here I am able to get my object's ID what the user has clicked, but this is list comp and it's been called in this app component. So if I want to get at this level, so what I can do, I can pass an anonymous function and then I can trigger. So what I am telling here is I'll pass handle, no, not handle on click. I'll do a name like uh, clicked object ID. Clicked object ID equals to what I did. I'm writing a anonymous function here, and I'm gonna receive that val. I'm gonna console.log that val. All right. Now what I'm doing here, I am passing a clicked object ID as a prop to my list comp, and it's holding a anonymous function. Now if I go to here, I need to receive that prop, right? Previously I'm getting only list comp, but now I'm receiving a clicked object ID function also. So at this level, what I have my ID, which is object ID, not index. I mean, I have both index and ID, but I'm going to target on my object ID. So I'll call that clicked object ID and I pass ID. So whenever I click on something, I'm passing index and also I'm passing my item.id toward my handle on click function. And this is to change the state of this list component. This is with respect to the list component only, set selected index. But this is a prop that I'm getting from my list component call. So this is what clicked object ID, and I'm passing the ID and it's gonna get it here. And if I do my output, I'm gonna get a console at line number 67 because I'm printing it here. So if I click on soft drinks, see app.js, I got my ID, 6th one. As per the loops index, it is 5, but as per the object ID, it is 6. So if I make it to 66. So I'm gonna click on soft drinks all over again. Yeah, it already refreshed. That's okay. Soft drinks. See, 66. This is the object's ID, not the index or something. And if I want the whole object, not the ID, then what I'll do? I'll remove this. I'll be like sending the whole item. At this level, I'll be receiving the item itself. And at this level, I am passing back to my list comp the item itself. So I'm here on my veg curries. Now I want some ice creams. I'm saying ID 11 and data ice creams. I clicked on veg dry. I'm saying ID 2 and data veg dry. So in this way, I am getting my clicked object data also at this level. Because I am passing an anonymous function at here, I am calling it in this handle on click function. Whenever a synthetic event is triggered, this thing will be called, and set selected index is to change the state value of this particular list com, and this 41 line call, the function call, is to get the clicked object ID or object details based on the way you pass in this app component. In this app component level, I can know what the user selected in the list comp. If I don't pass this, I don't know what user selected, but in the UI, I can see the changes, but I can't know at this app component level what the user clicked. So to know that, I am just pulling that a bit up so I can access in my app component also. To be more specific, let me go to my output and let me go to my React components. And in list component, it already know index, and also in a handle on click function, it has this object's ID. In list component level, it knows what object is being clicked by the user. But in app component, it doesn't know. So that's the reason why we wrote this particular function, so I can access the clicked value details even in my app component. So this is the sense pulling up, and this is one of the ways to select an item from the list. There could be multiple ways based on the use case. Based on the use case, the flow will change. So this map item thing is there, right? So even in rating, we follow the same thing. Based on the on click, based on the index, we consider that rating thing 1 2 3 4 5. I clicked on 4, then I consider 4 as my rating. So this is the basic common loop we use for the selection of things from a list, selection of item in a sense from a list. So there are a lot of things we can cover, so I'm gonna make a lot more videos on these things so you can understand in a very better way. And if there is any opinion on my explanation, there is something for you in that clip, and that's it.
Hope you enjoyed the coding recipe, and the things that I have shared are completely opinionated. If there is any modification or improvement, please drop it down in the comment section so I will learn from them. We all can cook happy codes. And don't forget to call the YouTube API by clicking on the subscribe button, and make those two boolean values to true by clicking on the like icon and the bell icon. And thank you again. We all cook happy codes.